Welcome to this mindful eating meditation practice. This practice is often done with a raisin. It's sometimes known as the raisin meditation, but you can practice it with any small item of food. So if you don't have anything to hand now, you might like to just pause the recording and go and find something. So either a raisin, or a small piece of cheese, or a nut, or a grape. So the intention of a mindful eating meditation is to bring awareness to the present moment experience when we're eating. So often we're on complete automatic pilot when we're eating. It's very common to eat quite fast, or we are being distracted by conversation or sounds. So this is a practice to come to the tastes and the smells, what the food looks like. So our attention will be on the senses. And I invite you to bring a beginner's mind, curiosity, as if you've never seen or eaten this item before, which indeed you haven't seen this one. And knowing that the mind will wander doing this meditation like others, you'll have all sorts of thoughts possibly. So when you notice thoughts or feelings, see if you can just let them be in the background and bring your awareness back to the sensations at the present moment. So before we start, maybe just settle yourself a little, perhaps take a few slightly deeper breaths. Come to a position of stillness. Maybe notice if there's any thoughts or feelings about doing this practice. And now taking a look at your item, so maybe holding it in the palm of your hand and really examining it. What colours can you see? What shapes, patterns, the texture? Maybe hold it up and look at the sides and the other side. Maybe as you move it about, it changes in the way it reflects the light differently. And you might have all sorts of thoughts like, this is a strange thing to be doing, or what's the point of this? See if you can just notice them as thoughts, bringing your attention back to what you can see. And now maybe just before we actually eat it, just close your eyes and notice, what does it feel like in the hand? Is it light or soft? Heavy? And then starting to bring it towards your nose, maybe still with the eyes closed, and smelling it. Drinking in the smell. Maybe notice how different it is if you hold it nearer or closer to your nose. Maybe it doesn't have a smell. And now bringing the item towards your lips and just feeling it with your lips. Is it rough or smooth? Noticing any urges to just eat it. And now I invite you to place it in your mouth, on your tongue, but see if you can resist biting down on it yet. Just feel it with your tongue. Does it feel different than when you felt it with your lips? Are Are there any tastes arising just by having it in your mouth? And now I invite you to actually bite down on it, just slowly noticing what it's like when you start to chew it. So try not to swallow it yet, just be chewing it. Maybe noticing what the taste is like. Is the texture changing? Perhaps take a moment to notice how your tongue and your teeth, how your mouth moves for you to bite it, to be chewing it. And now when you're ready, starting to actually swallow it. What does it feel like to be swallowing it? Noticing, are there any aftertastes lingering in the mouth? And then taking a moment to reflect on this experience. What was it like to eat this attentively? The item might have seemed more pleasant than usual or less pleasant. The intention of this is just to notice what our experience is as we're eating. And this can help us make wiser choices maybe about what we eat and how we eat. And then maybe considering doing this exercise again with another time or with another item of food. Or perhaps seeing if you can bring some moments of mindful awareness when you are eating a meal normally. Just have a few bites where you really perhaps put your knife and fork down, savour, taste what you're eating. Maybe eat a meal without distractions once in a while, just focusing on the food. Thank you for practicing mindful eating.